Welcome everybody. I'm Lori. I am here to maybe offer you a time to just take some deep breaths, enjoy a gentle flow practice, and maybe regroup with just being present in what you're doing for the next 30 to 45 minutes. As always, with any practice, we invite you to honor your body, to notice when things hurt or don't feel good. If something hurts during this practice, you need to quit doing it. And sometimes being uncomfortable in it for a little while, it might be okay. You're the only person that knows the difference between pain and discomfort. So please be present with that during your practice. I invite you to just go ahead and lie down on your mat. Feel the earth under your body. Tune in to the textures of your breath. Notice what your breath feels like and sounds like. And as you give yourself the gift of this practice, visualize your breath nourishing those places in your body that maybe are painful, places that are tight and uncertain. Allow your breath to create space in those areas. As you lie there, your breath is pretty effortless, and as your inhalations and exhalations are rhythmic. Remembering this kind of breath throughout your practice, noticing it and feeling it. And as you lie there, your eyes are soft or closed. Your breath deepens slightly. Maybe exhaling through your mouth a few times. Just knowing what doesn't serve you well is leaving and being released. Trust your body, that it knows what it needs to let go. Again, tuning into the breath, hearing it and feeling it, noticing it, being present with it. And as you do this, the reading today is by John O'Donohue from this beautiful book, To Bless the Space Between Us. There is a kindness that dwells deep down in things. It presides everywhere, often in the places we least expect. The world can be harsh and negative, but if we remain generous and patient, kindness inevitably reveals itself. Something deep in the human soul seems to depend on the presence of kindness. Something instinctive in us expects it. And once we sense it, we are able to trust and open ourselves. So as you lie here, thoughts, just kind of ruminating on those words. Throughout your practice today, as usual, as always, gratitude for the gift of this beautiful breath we've been given. And maybe if your mind starts to wander a lot throughout your practice, maybe bringing it back to the word kindness and what that means to you right now in this present moment, right now in these times. Hopefully it makes you smile. Hopefully as you think of the kindness that's being shown all around us every day, even with the craziness that's going on. Enjoy your practice today. Remember, it's just yoga. Keep a light heart about it. enjoy. Lying there, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next deep inhalation, just go ahead and reach overhead for a nice big stretch. Reaching overhead, reaching through your fingers and toes, elongating your spine, inhaling deeply, and as you leave your arms overhead, as you exhale, just surrender and melt back to the earth. Pointing, stretching, reaching, lengthening. Again, surrender and melt. Continue this pattern a few more times, your timing. Exhaling through your mouth a few times. And on your next exhalation, tucking your knees into your heart, giving yourself a hug, drawing your knees in, massaging your spine, rocking left to right. Coming back to neutral, go ahead and take your legs straight up to the ceiling. Hands behind your hamstrings, your shoulders melt. Your face is soft, your jaw unclenched. Maybe part your lips slightly, it helps to release your jaw. Your inhalations and exhalations continue through your nose. Allow your shoulders to relax as you continue to press your heels toward the ceiling. Right now, noticing your breath, and probably still the effortlessness of it. Your thoughts to the kindness that you feel for yourself, for others, as you enjoy this practice. Your breath being guided maybe to your hamstrings, behind your calves, behind your knees, allowing it to create space throughout your practice. Go ahead and point both sets of toes, and then alternate, flexing one foot and pointing the toes of the other, back and forth. And now both feet are flexed. Go ahead and open your legs up into a V. Hands still behind your hamstrings. Shoulders relax, and go ahead and rotate the feet at the ankles. Reversing the rotation. And today, find your way into happy baby. Hands inside the arches of the feet. Feet a little wider than your hips, the soles of your feet parallel to the ceiling. If this doesn't feel right, just go ahead and hook your arms around behind your knees. Whatever works for you, your practice. Remembering these are all just guidelines. We are all made so differently, and every day is different with your practice. Honor that. Honor your body, your heart, your spirit. As you lie here, just leave your head on the mat and carefully draw your chin slightly toward your chest, creating length in that cervical spine. Deepen your breath, allowing the breath to create a little more space in the hips. Again, notice your jaws unclenched, face is soft, breath deepens. The soles of your feet come together, hands on top of your ankles, drawing your heels into your body. Knees open wide. Allow the shoulder blades to press down into the mat, opening up your heart space, filling it with your breath. Visualize your breath caressing that heart space, those tight places. As your thoughts are brought to the kindness that's been shown to you or to others. You really can't help but smile when you think about it. On your next exhalation, allow your feet to come down to the floor. Knees are bent. Feet are hip distance. Arms to your sides. Your palms are down. As you inhale, slowly roll it up into bridge. And now on your exhalation, slowly roll it down, one vertebrae at a time, allowing your sit bones to come back to the earth. One more time, inhaling, rolling it up, and staying here. Tucking the shoulder blades under if you choose, and adding a little more if you choose by interlocking your fingers and pressing your clasped hands to the mat, and maybe going up to your tiptoes. As you continue to press the earth away from your feet, your heart space is wide open, and maybe noticing your breath is a little more constricted, but it's still there. When things get difficult or stressful, we tend to hold our breath, and that's when we need to dig deep and find it. If your fingers are interlocked, release, arms to your sides, palms down. If you're on your tiptoes, lower to your heels, and everyone slowly roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. When your buns get to the mat, just relax for a breath, and then draw the knees into your heart, massaging your spine. Hands behind your hamstrings, go ahead and roll it up, and come to all fours. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, your fingers spread wide. And as you inhale, allow your belly to drop, your gaze comes forward, and stay here for a few breaths. Continue to press the earth away from your hands, the tops of your feet pressing into the mat, and on your next exhalation, round it into cat. Belly button drawn up to the ceiling, press the earth away from your hands. Stay here and notice your breath. In your next inhalation, release. And exhale, round. Continue this pattern, your timing, your way, a few more times. And coming back to neutral. Reaching forward with your right arm, palm turned in, and add to it, lift the left leg, press through that back heel. Notice if you're sinking down into the left shoulder, press the earth away, stay strong, zip up the belly button, press through that back heel, elongate your spine, reaching opposite directions. Inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, elbow and knee meet under your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, come back to all fours. Reach up with your left arm, rotate your hand at the wrist, and thread the needle to the right. Left shoulder, left cheek on the mat. Your right hand can stay directly underneath your shoulder, or you can reach out in front of you on the floor, or you have a choice, taking it up to the ceiling and dropping that right hand to your lower back, reaching for that left hip. Right shoulder staying open, noticing your breath. Notice this beautiful twist in your torso by your ribs. If your right hand is dropped to your lower back, reach back to the ceiling, and everyone find your way back to right underneath the shoulder as you carefully come back up to all fours. Left arm reaches forward, palm turned in, add to it, lift the right leg, press to that back heel, elongate the spine, press the earth away from that right hand. Your drishti, your gaze is out toward the left fingertips or to the floor. And as you exhale, elbow and knee meet under your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee meet under your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Back to lengthening. And as you exhale, find your way to all fours. Reaching to the ceiling with your right hand, rotating your right hand at the wrist, and thread the needle to the left. Your right shoulder, right cheek resting on the mat. Your left hand can stay underneath your shoulder, can rest out in front of you on the mat, or you can reach to the ceiling, to the lower back if you choose. If your left hand's to your lower back, reach back to the ceiling. And everyone find your way back, left hand to underneath your shoulder as you carefully come back up to all fours. Child's pose, knees nice and wide, big toes together. Sitting back towards your heels. If this hurts you in any way, you can keep your knees together and find your way down. Forehead lowers. If you need to be on your forearms, that's fine as well. Allowing your breath to fill that back heart space. As you inhale deeply and exhale completely. Coming back up to all fours and into full plank. Nice long line from your heels to the top of your head. Totally cool to lower to your knees, keeping your hips shifted forward. Zipping up your belly button, pressing the earth away from your hands and engaging your hamstrings and quads. Breath deepens. Notice it, find it. Bringing your thoughts back to the gifts of kindness that you've received and given. And on your next exhalation, shift back into down dog, finding your way there, pedaling your legs, finding some stillness in down dog. Heels are always reaching, they never have to touch the mat. And if you have any stress in your lower back, go ahead and bend your knees slightly. Allowing your breath to fill the left and right side body. Two more breath cycles. And after your second exhalation, slowly find your way to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold. Your feet are hip distance. Knees slightly bent. Roll it up. Huge circle. Left hand grabs the right wrist and exhale to the left. Inhale up. Right hand grabs the left wrist and exhale to the right. Inhale up. Open your heart space. Hinge all the way down. Hands to your shins, elongate and look. And exhale, lower. Stepping back into plank. Two breath cycles. You may choose to flow, or we'll all meet in down dog after your next exhalation. Once again, slowly walking to the top of the mat, standing forward fold. Feet are hip distance, knees slightly bent, rolling it up, huge circle. Left hand grabs the right wrist, exhaling to the left. Inhale up. Reverse it. Inhale up. Open your heart. Hinge all the way down. Elongate and look. And lower, stepping back into plank. Tuning into your breath. If your thoughts are busy, back to the kindness. And on your next exhalation, shift back into down dog. Left leg lifts, lift it up high for hip opener, bend at the knee. Open your whole torso, rotate your torso to the left. Keep your arms nice and strong as you look under your right arm. You should see your left toes there. And on your next exhalation, carefully unwind. Split dog, inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, left foot to the top center of the mat, coming up into warrior two. Heel and arch. And your gaze is out over your left hand. Warrior Two, strong, powerful pose. You are strong. You are worthy. You are powerful. Your front palm toward the ceiling. Reverse warrior. Coming back up into Warrior Two. Knowing at any time, if this doesn't feel right, totally cool to bring your hands to your heart space. Okay to straighten that front leg. You'll know. Add to this, lift that front left heel. Notice your breath, deepen it, find it, and lower back. Inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, cartwheel. Right hand joins the left, turn the back toes forward, and carefully step back into down dog. Pedaling your legs. Right leg lifts for hip opener. Lift it up high, bend at the knee. Open your whole torso to the right. Look under your left arm, you should see your right toes there. Keep both arms nice and strong as you press the earth away from both hands. Unwind into split dog. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, right foot top center of the mat, Warrior Two on this side. Heel and arch in line. Carefully looking over your right hand, allow your shoulders to relax. And maybe take a look to that back arm that it's in the same plane as your front arm. Bring your gaze back over your right hand. Knowing you can straighten that front leg at any time. Front palm to the ceiling, reverse warrior. And as you exhale, coming back into Warrior Two. Adding a little more, you don't have to, but lift that right heel up. Feeling the strength in your calf, your legs. As you lower the heel, inhaling deeply, and as you exhale, cartwheel, left hand joins your right. Turn the back toes forward and carefully step back into down dog. Pedaling your legs. Allowing your breath to fill the left and right side body. And shift back into full plank. If this hurts your shoulders or wrists in any way, you can lower down and go to your forearms. You can go to your knees. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, shift back into down dog. Left leg lifts for split dog. As you exhale, left foot comes to left thumb, standing lunge. Balance. If this doesn't feel right for you, it's okay to rotate the back foot. Shoulders melt. Your gaze is forward. Your heart space open. Adding to this, circle your arms around behind you. Interlock your fingers, your knuckles reaching for the earth. Your heart space is open. Your breath is deep. Visualize your breath swirling around your heart, caressing it. And adding a little more if you choose, keeping interlocked fingers together, lift the clasped hands. Keeping fingers interlocked, lower the clasped hands back to the bums. Release the fingers, arms are in cross. Maybe you choose to stay here or play a little more. Go ahead and rotate to the left. Deepen your breath. Add a reverse warrior here if you choose. So the left left hand reaches back toward the right heel. Right arm reaches up. Stay in the twist, come out of the reverse. And on your next exhalation, slowly unwind back to the front. Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart space. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, take your hands down. Kick the left leg up for split dog, shake it out, and lower it, and rest in your down dog. Find your breath. Fill your body with your breath. If your mind is busy, being present with the kindness you've been shown and you've given others. Right leg lifts, lift it up high for split dog. And as you exhale, right foot comes to right thumb, standing lunge on this side. You may notice a difference from side to side, very common. If this hurts your arms at all or doesn't feel right in your shoulders, you can always bring your hands to your heart. Zipping up your belly button here, maybe engaging your left bun a little bit. Arms are in cross, circle them around behind you, interlocking your fingers. Knuckles reaching for the earth, heart opening. Breathe into the heart space. Adding, if you choose, lift the clasp hands up. Fingers stay interlocked, lower the clasp hands. Now release the fingers, arms are in cross. Maybe you choose to stay here, totally fine. Add to it. Slowly rotate to the right, playing with balance, keeping a light heart about it. Adding a reverse warrior, so the right hand reaches back toward the left heel. Left arm up. Notice your breath, you aren't holding it. Stay in the twist, come out of the reverse. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, slowly unwind back to the front. Arms are in cross. Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart space. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, take your hands down, kick the right leg up, shake it out. And lower the foot down to the mat, resting in your down dog for a couple breath cycles. And then go ahead and lower to your knees and come into your child's pose and really rest. Allowing your breath to fill that back heart space. If this hurts having your knees nice and wide, you can bring them together. And as always, if something hurts, you have to stop doing it. Honor your body. Two more breath cycles. And on your next exhalation, find your way to all fours and into down dog. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat, standing forward fold. Your feet are hip distance. Crown of your head is down. Bend your knees. Roll it up, huge circle. Stop shoulder width apart and take a look up to your hands. Allow your shoulders to relax. Bring your gaze forward and have a seat in this beautiful imaginary chair. The weight's back on your heels. Your heart space is open. If this hurts your arms in any way, you can bring your hands to your heart. Lift all 10 toes. Let your buns drop a little bit lower, and then let the toes gently rest on the mat. You love this. I know you love this. Lift all 10 toes, let your buns drop a little more, your heart space open, let the toes rest. Anjali Mudra, hands to the heart. Lift all 10 toes, buns drop a little more. Let the toes rest. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, come up into a relaxed Tadasana. Close your eyes. Find your breath, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. And now notice and find the evenness of your breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Bringing your focus to Gaya Mudra, fingers. The thumb and pointer gently touch. Your breath is deep, becoming a little more effortless. And your whole focus right now is on that touch. Your thoughts to the kindness you've given, to the kindness you've been shown. Your thoughts, noticing the textures of your breath. The beauty of your breath. On your next exhalation, open your eyes and totally relax. Finding your way to the center of the mat, toes turned out. If this hurts your hips or knees in any way, you can just go to the mat and sit in comfortable cross-legged. Go ahead and drop your buns down for Malasana. I immediately start to go inward. Open up the heart space, the tricep, bicep. Engaging into the inner thighs. Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart. Inhaling, lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, the buns drawing nearer to the earth. And close your eyes. Maybe you choose to stay here or add to it. Just drop the right hand down to the mat where it naturally falls. Reaching up with your left arm, your gaze going where it just naturally goes. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, come back to heart space. Left hand drops down, right arm reaches up. Maybe noticing a difference from side to side. That's really common. And on your next exhalation, coming back to your heart. Inhaling deeply. And as you exhale, carefully find your way down to your sit bones into a comfortable cross-legged. Circling your arms up and exhaling to your heart. Maybe choosing to stay here, or right hand goes to the left knee, left hand behind you. Lifting up tall on your inhalations. There is a resistance between hand and knee and hand and mat. Not leaning back, just staying lifted. And just try to keep your gaze, your chin in line with your sternum, not really cranking your head back too far. And allow your breath to swirl around the ribs, noticing the beautiful twist. Inhaling deeply. And as you exhale, carefully unwind and rewind. Resistance between hand and knee, hand and mat. Chin staying in line with your sternum. Lengthening on your inhalation, and maybe on the exhalation, the twist a little deeper. And on your your next exhalation, carefully unwind. Hands resting on your knees. A little seated cow and cat. As you inhale, heart opens. And exhale, lean back, rounding through your spine. Inhale forward. And exhale back. A couple more times, your timing, your way. And next time you come forward, Anjali, move your hands to your heart. Breath is rhythmic and pretty effortless. Eyes are soft and closed. And on your next exhalation, go ahead and release your hands. Blink your eyes open and carefully find your way down to your mat. We're going to end your practice the way we started. So just go ahead and lie down for Shavasana. If you have a blanket nearby, you can cover up with that. Notice how your body just melts to the earth, and it probably feels really good right now. Breath is effortless. This is your Shavasana. Enjoy. Remembering the words by John O'Donohue from his book To Bless the Space Between Us. Beautiful book. There is a kindness that dwells deep down in things. It presides everywhere, often in the places we least expect. The world can be harsh and negative, but if we remain generous and patient, kindness inevitably reveals itself. Something deep in the human soul seems to depend on the presence of kindness. Something instinctive in us expects it. And once we sense it, we are able to trust and open ourselves. Now start to deepen your breath a little bit. And maybe find some movement in your body. And after another breath or two, just roll to your side into a comfortable sideline pose. Inhaling and exhaling deeply and completely. And now carefully find your way up to a comfortable cross-legged. Circling your arms and exhaling to your heart. Eyes are soft or closed. Beautiful practice, yogis. I miss you. As always, we are so grateful for all of you. When you leave here, your practice goes with you, your breath and gratitude constantly with you. Maybe tonight, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're doing this practice, give yourself just a few minutes to be still, to be present with your breath, and maybe focus on that kindness shown to you